Hello and welcome to another hand drink solo wine info video, this time on the DonnaFugata Dea Vulcano Etna DOC. Now this wine is not only delicious, but it is also wine geek heaven, because you can put all your wine theory to work to point out exactly why the wine tastes or smells like it does. For example, this vineyard exists up on the side of Mount Etna. It's grown at about 750 meters above sea level. Now we know that high altitude often results in a high diurnal range. And we also know that high diurnal range often leads to very pronounced aromatics for reasons that we've outlined in a video elsewhere on the site. So we can look at the site of the vineyard and then stick our nose in the glass and say,
well, I'll be.
Another example, this wine is a blend of two cultivars, Nerello Mascalese and Nerello Cappuccio. Now Nerello Cappuccio is the smaller of the two parcels. It is a thin-skinned grape, but has lovely bright acidity. The second larger component is made up of Nerello Mascalese. Nerello Mascalese has far thicker skins and often lends tannin to these blends, which means that even though this particular wine is treated quite gently and you can see the lighter color in the glass, you can know that because Nerello Mascalese is the larger component, when you taste it and taste those fruit skin-driven tannins, it's no surprise. A newbie might look at the light color in the glass and think this is going to be fresh and breezy and fruity, but you, the wine geek, knows that if there's Nerello Mascalese in there, even though the wine has been treated gently, there will be those grape skin-driven tannins. Now the name of the wine, Dea Vulcano, is pretty obvious. It means the volcano goddess, and is of course a reference to Etna itself. And if there is any region to explore right now around the world, it would be the southern Italian region of Sicily, or more specifically, Etna DOC. Now people always go on about Barolo in Piedmont, or Chianti, or Brunello, or even Valpolicella in Veneto, but there's something very special going on in Etna right now. We've already mentioned the altitude, these vineyards being up at around 750 meters, which is already quite high by South African standards, but it should be known that the highest vineyards in Etna are up at 1,000 meters, which is of course on a par with South Africa's very highest vineyards. Funnily enough, the Etna DOC rules forbid wine from being made from vineyards that are grown above 792 meters above sea level. So this one just scrapes in within that barrier. But the fact of the matter is that some of the grapes that are grown at 1,000 meters are making incredible wines right now. So the stipulation seems a little bit arbitrary, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next decade or so that falls away. Little fun fact, the highest vineyard in the world is the Pure Land and super high altitude vineyard in Tibet at roughly 11,700 feet, which is about 3,600 meters. But if you're wanting to drink wines of genuine altitude, but need something with a little more track record than Tibet, head over to the Argentinian region of Salta, where many great wines are grown at heights above 3,000 meters. But back to the Dea Vulcano. The combination of huge aromatics, berry fruit, as well as the fact that it does spend some time in oak, so you got a little bit of that cinnamon, nutmeg, spice coming through, makes it a hugely dynamic wine. If you have any questions about Nerello Mascalese or Etna or even DonnaFugata as a producer, drop them in the section below, and if I don't know the answers immediately, I'll go find them and get back to you.